What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and in today's video we're going to check out my next team for the Holiday Cup, which is going to be Lapras, Stun Fisk, and Gliscor. Lapras is very strong in the meta, same with Stun Fisk and Gliscor there. I thought it was kind of spicy, fun to use on the safe swap, and has some great coverages on the meta. Now, this is going to be my last video until Monday the 27th, as I'm going to be taking some time off with the family. So I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday season, and I will see you guys on the next video on that Monday. But let me know what you guys think about this team and these battles. Let's go ahead and get right into it. All right, getting into the first battle, we have Altaria on the lead right here. Obviously, a very positive lead for us. We'll have to see what they decide to do, and they decide to swap into Superior, which is something that is very tough for my team to handle, as everything is taking quite a bit of damage. Now, I'm going to let this first one go, and it's actually a Frenzy Plant for a lot of neutral damage. I was kind of reading that it was going to be a Leaf Tornado potentially to really start racking up those debuffs, but I was wrong. So Gliscor now comes back swinging with a boost right there, and we are able to get to another Night Slash in time as well. This is now the saving grace, getting that boost. So let's see if we can turn this thing around. They do get to another charge move. This is obviously going to start being those Leaf Tornadoes, which I will have to shield. So I'm going to go ahead and shield and then just try to commit to the farm down right here, and we both simultaneously take each other out, which is unfortunate. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to come in with the Pancake. So I'm going to come in with Pancake, and they bring in Vigoroth, which is definitely ideal for us, as we can keep that Lapras on the Altaria. They decide to now swap to Altaria, so I'll go ahead and go into the Lapras. I'm going to hopefully come out of this matchup with a decent amount of energy so that I can throw those charge moves versus the Vigoroth, but Sky Attack now coming through for some nice neutral damage, and hopefully I can take it out with this Surf and maybe one or two more Ice Shards. I think that'll be just enough damage, as dragons do resist water type moves, but I think I can Ice Shard down, and we do get it down in time, which is beautiful. So Vigoroth is going to be coming back in. I'm going to go ahead and go for this Surf right here. We still have a shield for our Pancake, and we have some loaded energy as well. Now, can I get to one more Surf in time? Yes, I can. Lapras is an absolute monster right here. One of my favorite Pokemon to use in the Great League. So we're going to go ahead and throw that swap now into the Pancake and go for double Mud Bomb right here. I think Discharge might have been enough single target or single damage on the charge move to take it out, but it would have been close. Either way, 2 Mud Bombs is going to do it. I'm going to go ahead and shield the potential Bulldoze. Obviously, this Vigoroth has been loading up on energy, and they did decide to go for the Hail Mary Bulldoze right there. So good game to my opponent. That was a crazy mid-game. I was not expecting the Frenzy Plant or the boost, so definitely helped me out, but good game to my opponent right there. Alright, moving into the next one, we got Lapras versus Talonflame on the lead. Obviously, a good matchup right here, so we will just be going for those Surfs, and they're deciding to stay in as well. So let's see what they decide to do. I'm going to go ahead and go for this first Surf, obviously doing super effective damage to the Talonflame, but most Talonflames will be shielding all these. This one did not. That is fine by me. This is a hint to me that they're going to try to go for the Brave Bird right here. Typically, I won't shield the Flame Charge, but this screams Brave Bird, which it is. So I'm going to go ahead and shield that and farm down. But they decide to swap into Vigoroth. Now, since I'm behind on shields, I need to throw this Surf right here in order to chunk the health of Vigoroth or get a shield. And then we're going to go straight into that Gliscor. So we do get the health right there, which is perfect. Gliscor can now come in and put a lot of pressure with Wing Attack as the fast move, and Night Slash is here with the charge moves, as we don't need to shield this first Body Slam. Does a decent amount of neutral damage, but I'm going to go ahead and go for a Night Slash. This is most likely going to be getting a shield for my opponent, as they are quite loaded on energy, so they'll probably want to throw one more Body Slam if they can, which they do, so hopefully I can get to another Night Slash in time. No, they decide to throw the Body Slam right here, but I believe I decide to let this go. I'm going to trust in the Pancake to sweep this game for me, and Gliscor to survive the Body Slam in order to get off one more Night Slash right here to win the mid game, or get that final shield, both of which I think would be a good option for me. They decide to let it go. We do get a boost, and there is a shiny Alolan Graveler in the back. Obviously, this is a good game to my opponent, just having hard checks on lead and in the back with the Pancake to the Graveler right here. So there's absolutely nothing they can do in order to win this game. They're going to try to catch the charge move here on Talonflame. So it's a good swap to try to, you know, catch the energy and whatnot, but ultimately it doesn't matter. The Pancake is such a hard wall to a Alolan Graveler, which is unfortunate if you get in situations like this. So they do decide to surrender right there before I could get off 2 charge moves. So good game to my opponent. All right, next one we got Lapras versus Stun Fisk. All right, somewhat of a neutral matchup right here, as both Pokemon are going to be doing super effective damage to each other. Obviously, Ice Shards and Surf, and they decide to swap into Vigoroth. So we're going to go ahead and come into that Gliscor matchup like we saw earlier. This time, it's a 2-to-2 shield situation, and our fast moves are doing neutral damage while theirs are being resisted because of our flying typing. So we're going to let that first Body Slam go through. I'm going to go ahead and build up to an Earthquake, but they fire off another Body Slam right away. So now I have to give up shields, which is unfortunate. We're going to go ahead and go for these Night Slashes now. Just start letting them rip, and hopefully we can get that spicy boost that we love to see. So we're going to go ahead and get a shield there as well, which is beautiful. We're going to go for another Night Slash. But what's troublesome with these Night Slashes is they don't do all that much damage when they do land. As you guys can see, that's not too much. So we're in a tough situation right here. We do get to a third Night Slash, though, which is beautiful before they throw the Body Slam. This is going to put pressure on that final shield, and we do get the final shield. So I'm actually going to go ahead and I should let the Gliscor go. Yeah, I let the Gliscor go down. I want to save that shield for the Pancake and for Lapras. And seeing as Lapras has energy already, I'm going to go ahead and come in with that. So we're going to come in with a Lapras. We're going to overload just a bit and go for a Surf right now. This is going to be taking off Vigoroth, obviously, because they have no shields left. And we'll have to see what is going to be in the back. They decided to bring in Cofagrigus. I was not expecting a Cofagrigus right here. So this is still going to be a tough game in order to win, but thankfully we have a shield and we have a mirror match in the back. So we're looking okay. Now, I'm also going to trust in Lapras and its bulkiness right here. I'm going to guess this is going to be Dark Pulse, but it's actually a Psychic. Same difference. We're going to be able to survive and throw off one more Surf, which is beautiful. We're also going to try to catch them by surprise and swap into the Pancake right now in order to get ahead on energy and farm down with Mudshot, which we do. So now we are in a mirror fight from the lead, and this is going to be a good game, as we can safely shield these Mud Bombs, and we are quite ahead now since we do have a shield and we have some energy advantage on them as well. So this is going to be a good game to my opponent. Now, my opponent threw Shadow Ball right there. That would have been a different story, but thankfully they decided to go for the Psychic. The Shadow Ball would have definitely been a better call as it is Stab, but I don't know what my opponent has. Maybe they didn't have 2 charge moves. Most Cofagrigus will, so the opponent does decide to surrender, and that's going to be a good game right there. All right, moving to the next one, we got Talonflame now on the lead. Another positive lead matchup. I've seen so many Talonflames on the lead. They are everywhere. So we'll have to see if we can win this one. Now, like I said earlier, if I throw this Surf and they decide to no shield, it's a tell that they're going to go for the Brave Bird, but this time they decide to shield, which means they're going to want to go for the Flame Charges here. So I'm going to go ahead, and I believe I let this one go. Yeah, I let it go. It is going to be Flame Charge, which is perfectly fine. We can easily get to another Surf in time to get that final shield and really have a lot of great potential endgame with the Stun Fisk and Gliscor. So we will get the final shield. That's beautiful. They're going to go ahead and throw their energy as well, and I'll let this go. I need to now come in with the Pancake here and get to a discharge in time. I might just be able to do it. Mudshot gains energy so quickly, and we do get to the discharge, which means this Talonflame is going to get boomed out of the sky, and we still have 2 shields. Boom! There goes the Talonflame. And then we see a Galvantula now come in. So thankfully we do have Mud Bombs right here for neutral damage and while resisting the Volt Switches as well. This is very nice. Plus, I don't know what they have in the back, but if they're scared of the Pancake, Gliscor might have some play with that Earthquake, right? And 2 shields. So we're going to go ahead and let this first one go through. It's probably going to be a lunge right here. Yeah, it is going to be a lunge for neutral damage. And we will be able to get to the Mud Bomb in time. So hopefully this does enough damage so I can farm down, but we will have to see. No, not enough. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and shield the lunge, and then I'm going to clear my debuff now on the Pancake and swap into Gliscor right here once I build up to a near Mud Bomb. So I'm going to go ahead and swap in farm down with Wing Attack, and the final Pokemon is actually going to be a Wigglytuff. So we can just go straight for an Earthquake right here. No reason to go for Night Slashes as they will be resisted, right? So we want to go for that guaranteed neutral damage right here with Earthquake as they are out of shields. Boom. So much damage to the Wigglytuff, and we can farm down with Wing Attack, so that is going to be a good game right there to my opponent. All All right, moving to the next one, we got Lapras versus Jellicent. All right, a tough one right here. I'm going to go ahead and swap into Gliscor, and this is actually a bubble Jellicent, which is very tough for us to deal with. It's only going to be okay if this thing has Ice Beam and Shadow Ball, which they decided to shield, and they've built up to 5 bubbles right here. So I'm guessing it's going to be an Ice Beam, so I will shield. If it's Bubble Beam, which it was a Bubble Beam, that is unfortunate. We are not in a good situation right now. Thankfully, we did get a shield from them early, but what I need to do now is just try to chunk as much health as I can with these Night Slashes. We get a second shield. That is incredible. I was not expecting to get 2 shields right there, as I think they could easily survive the Night Slashes since they are constantly going to be Bubble Beaming me down. So I'm going to be able to get to 1 more Night Slash in time for super effective damage right here. Any extra chip damage I can get is going to be beautiful. So as you can see, didn't do too much damage. And they threw the charge move. They tried to throw the Bubble Beam before I got to another Night Slash in time, which means they're out of energy, and they undercharged it as well so they could farm down. Thankfully, I have a Pancake here, which can gain energy very quickly, and I can get that discharge off very fast, hopefully before they get to a Bubble Beam. Let's see. No, they do get to a Bubble Beam in time. I'm obviously going to go ahead and let this go. There's no reason to shield it. Even though it is doing super effective damage, I need to save that shield. I'm going to overfarm just a little bit and just throw the discharge right here. I think I did 1 extra fast move or maybe 2. But that's going to take out Jellicent. We'll have to see what is going to be in the back. It is going to be a Alolan Raichu, so super spicy, but unbelievably weak to the Pancake right here with these Mud Bombs, as it is part electric typing. So we are going to be doing a ton of damage, and they are going to look to swap now into Talonflame. So this is beautiful. Lapras right here can absolutely destroy the Talonflame. We're going to no shield as well. Our shields need to be saved for the Pancake, as Alolan Raichu does have access to Grass Knot as a charge move, right? So we're going to go ahead and throw this Surf right here. Look to farm down the Talonflame, and that is going to be a good game to my opponent, as Alolan Raichu is extremely low on health. And all we need to do is get to 1 Surf right here, and that is going to be a good game. So we're going to go ahead and take that out. Spicy team there by my opponent. Love to see the Alolan Raichu. Haven't seen that in so long. But good game right there. I just had some good answers there in the back. Alright, now we got another Pancake on the lead right here. Very common to see, and they're deciding to stay in on this one. So what I want to look to do here is get myself shield advantage if I can. I'm going to go ahead and no shield the first discharge. It does hurt, right? It's super effective damage, but I can set myself up for shield advantage right here, and then look to swap into the Gliscor in order to get ahead on energy. So we do get a shield. I'm going to go ahead and try to catch the next charge move on Gliscor, but they decide not to throw, and they decide to now swap out into Alolan Ninetales. This is tough. This is Powder Snow Alolan Ninetales, everyone. So what do I need to do in this situation is I firstly need to shield this Weather Ball. I would get boomed out of the sky as we are ground flying, and I need to go for this Earthquake. The Hail Mary Earthquake to either chunk the health or get that final shield from my opponent. We chunk the health. That is absolutely beautiful. I would definitely prefer this situation instead of the Alolan Ninetales shielding that, because that would be very troublesome to try to take out. We're going to go ahead and let Gliscor go down. We're going to come in with Lapras and farm down. That way we have some energy for the Pancake that is likely going to be coming back in. So we have a Surf ready to go, which is beautiful. We can apply a lot of pressure right now. We're going to go ahead and throw that Surf right away. And they haven't thrown their energy. I don't think they came in and decided to throw. So I'm going to try to throw 1 fast move and swap, but I don't get the swap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to trust in the Pancake and 1 shield. It has paid off for me time and time again. So I'm going to go ahead, bring this thing in, and I need to be careful that they might have, or might try to catch a charge move in the back. So I'm going to go ahead and shield the Mud Bomb. And we got to be careful here. They're going to swap at some point, so I'm not going to throw. And sure enough, it's a Shadow Skarmory in the back. This is a beautiful situation for us, as Discharge is going to be doing super effective damage. The Pancake as well on the other side is extremely low, so we just need to make sure we have a bit of energy and throw the Discharge before Skarmory can throw a Sky Attack right there, because any extra damage it can get off is going to be devastating to me for the mirror fight. So we boom the Skarmory out of the sky, and we get to the Mud Bomb in time to take out the Pancake. So that is going to be a good game. trusting in the Pancake right there. That Alolan Ninetales was the only hard counter to it. In order to close this game out with 1 shield was definitely necessary. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. This team was a lot of fun to use. Somewhat spicy. I mean, I absolutely love Lapras. It's one of the most consistent Pokemon for the Great League in any cup that it is in. The Pancake is very strong, and Gliscor was kind of nice to use. I think it did really well for me today. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I wish you guys a happy holidays, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.